audience. Give her some energy right now. Make her feel welcome as I bring her to the stage. Give it up for Miss Courtney K.
Oh my, let the beat drop. What's up, you guys? My name is CKM, or Courtney K. Meyers, and actually Damon Montgomery, one of the other performers today, I got here tonight, and he was like, Courtney, I thought the show was for for black people, and I was like, I didn't get the memo. He goes, can I have $5? What the shit? Fine. Anyway, I'm happy to be here. I almost didn't come, you guys. I went to get in my car and I had to fill up my tank on the way here. And I got to the gas station, $3.15 per gallon of gasoline. What? You guys, that is more than you tip a stripper. And I'm not saying gasoline is invaluable. That's not it at all. It is. I just don't think it should cost more than a woman's love. That is messed up. I'm a single gal. Well, I've been single for a long time, actually. I was desperately single. It was so sad. I'm serious, you guys. I ended up using an online dating site to try to meet some dudes. It was awful. I used plentyoffish.com. Found out real quick, all the fish just want to get in the boat. And it's ridiculous, you guys, because all the dudes that use that site are either broke or old. So on a normal Saturday night, I was choosing from like coupon man or Viagra guy. Like, what am I gonna do with a $5 footlong too stiff to eat? Delicious. Ridiculous. The first guy I dated from that site, he was homeless. What? I swear, you guys, he caught my eye the very first time he shook his cup at me. On our first date, we just rode a bus around town, sat in the back so we could judge people. But here's the thing, it didn't work out. He broke up with me because he said he could do better. Yeah, seriously, but I showed him, I kept his grocery cart. What? Do not play with me. It's ridiculous. It almost devastated all that, like, I didn't even believe in love anymore, like, for real ski. I walked into this bathroom and written on the bathroom wall, it said, Cliffy and Emily for life. And they drew a little heart around it. And then in the corner, they wrote the date. I'm like, if it's for life, why do you need to write the date? You want to benchmark when you started lying to each other? I don't know. I did meet this amazing fellow on that site, though. I stayed with it, and I met this amazing guy. Things are going great, and actually recently he was like, Courtney, why don't you just move in with me? Just move your stuff in with me. And I'm like, well, what the shit? I've never been pregnant before. Let's do this. Maybe 2011 can be that year I get that abortion I've always wanted. No, I'm kidding, you guys. I would never do that. I don't care, it's your body, it's your choice, whatever. But I'm just saying abortion would never be the choice for me. It wouldn't, because I'd sell it. Saying at the very least, I'm gonna turn a profit on my bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? That is ridiculous. Keep that. Cash that baby in. But I don't know, I've started to have a little better look at relationships, you know. I've been listening to my family, like, they tell me all the time that communication is the key to a happy relationship. I'm like, that's kind of bullshit, you know. My last dude talked all the time. You know, we just talk. Finally one day I was just like, seriously, babe, really? There are so many better things you'd be doing with your mouth right now. That's the key to a successful relationship. Ladies and gentlemen, fellas, write that down. Eat more pussy. I don't know though. I'm giving it a new try though. I really am happy in my relationship and things are going great. And I have this new way of looking at things. You know, relationships don't have to be hard. Actually, they shouldn't be, because men and women aren't really all that different, and I can prove that. Think about this. So women are really into chick flicks, you know? Men are really into porn. Like, at least we all agree a great movie requires a box of Kleenex. That's my favorite joke too, yeah. Have a little date night. I don't know. I love having a boyfriend too. I couldn't be happier about it. Because we have these super sweet nicknames for each other. I don't know if you guys at home in relationships do this, but get nicknames for each other. It's amazing. So sweet. You know, like he calls me Turkey. Because after the hoo-ha, he just wants to go to sleep. Little tryptophan humor. So cute. Yeah, and I call him Home Depot because it's easier for me to do it myself. He loves that joke. I like to have nicknames for all the people I care about in my life, though, you know, because I'm a realist with a positive attitude. Like my sister, she's a real trashy broad, so I nicknamed her Curbside. She's got 2 illegitimate children. One of them's fat and the other one's gay, so I call them Hefty and Flat. My mom's got Parkinson's disease, so we call her Michael J. Fox. Oh, come on, Sugarfoot. Even if that hurt her feelings, she'd just shake it right off. Mom loves that joke. She's happy I'm even here right now. I could have died of shaken baby syndrome in the womb. Okay. They're like, you lost us at the terminal illness. Okay, fine. But here's the thing. So, when I was a little girl, Michael J. Fox and Curbside and I, we all lived in an all-black neighborhood. Don't get mad yet. So, I didn't realize that there were, we lived in an all-black neighborhood, to the point that we were just like 3 marshmallows floating around in a cup of hot cocoa. Seriously, you guys, every time we opened the front door, it looked like a chess match had gone terribly long. I didn't even know that there were other white people in the world. You know, I just thought it was some sort of pasty mistake. But, it did gain perspective growing up that way. You know, I noticed early on that poor black people sit on their porches a lot. Poor white people don't do that because trailers don't come with porches. Curbside, yeah. Curbside lives in a porchless community. I like to call that shit the dumpster. It was ridiculous. Silly. Pretty happy to be here today. I had I have like a whole new life for myself the last couple years, and I'm excited to share it with you. You know, a couple years ago, I got some new equipment. I didn't used to be a dude or anything. See, what happened was, 3 years ago, I tried to go off a rope swing. And let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about as strong as a wet square of toilet paper. In the wintertime, I get pinned underneath my covers at night. I have no business trying to support all 47 pounds of me swinging from a rope. But I tried it, and I fell, landed on a rock, sending my snatch back to the Stone Age. Getting your rocks off to a whole new level. Seriously, you guys, I really slammed the clam. It wasn't all bad, you know. It was unfortunate for the family, but lucky for me, there was this young Chinese woman in the hospital waiting to donate her lady parts. So now, I have a Chinese fortune cookie. Oh, it's cute, isn't it? They installed it sideways, so it's a little extra slanty. It feels like that. And now I'm better at math, so that's nice. It wasn't long after that. I totally changed my life. I started doing stand-up comedy after that. And I had so many jobs before this. They were all awful. I was always destined to do this, I think. You know, like this one, for a long time, I was a bartender, actually. And I had this dude, he came into my bar, and he drank with me all day. And at the end of the day, I gave him his check, and he's like, "Courtney, I don't have any money to pay for this. And unfortunately, I can't leave you a tip. But to make it up to you, I'm going to take you out to the alley after your shift. I'm gonna get you high." Sounded like a terrible idea, so I went. We got down there and the dude didn't have any weed. Yeah, so I raped him. Always tip the staff, ladies and gentlemen. Educational comedy from me to you. You're welcome. And for the record, I tipped him. Just saying. 20%. Oh no. I think it's actually my love for horticulture that led me to stand-up comedy. No, originally I wanted to be in the army. I wanted to serve our country in the military, and it didn't work out. I sat down with my recruiter and he said, Courtney, we have to talk about your drug use. And I said, shit. He goes, how many times in your life would you say you smoked marijuana? And I said, well, what is 6 times 365? Fortune cookie says 2,190. Thank you, Pink. Work. She comes in handy. Yeah, that's a double entendre, sort of. I don't know. I thought about being a stripper before I started doing stand-up for a real estate. I figured I already had the daddy issues. Why not throw in some go-go boots and a coke habit? But I never actually been to a strip club before. You know, so I roll into this joint and there's nobody there except for one dude with a colostomy bag. Like immediately, I am questioning my future as a stripper, but I stayed, I stared, I watched. You know, and he's throwing dollars at some of the girls, and then Felicia popped up onto the stage, and Felicia was about the size of a hippopotamus. And to keep it sexy, she had this mesh top that kind of made her look like bubble wrap. After she spun around trying to rip the pole out of the ceiling a couple times, old man with the colostomy bag said it was more entertaining to pick up his pillow pouch and stare at the wall than to watch Felicia disrobe popping out her little pleasure bubbles. Like, that is harsh, you know? Like, talk about rejection. It was at that moment that I realized, like, whatever it is that it takes to be a stripper, I don't have it. Nope. Or tits. So, stand-up comedy it is. It's good to be here. It's a good job, you know. But it does require a lot of travel. I'm a half pint, you know. I do occasionally worry about things like rape, especially after that last guy called the cops. I gave him $20 and he still pressed charges. What a pansy. It was ridiculous. No. I should have known going into my, as a child, I should have known that stand-up was what I was going to do. You know, when I was a little girl, my childhood heroes were MacGyver and Mr. Rogers. You know, because together they taught me to build a bong out of a sweater and smoke it. You gotta be resourceful, people. You know, I was really into Fraggle Rock, too. Does anybody here remember Fraggle Rock? Oh my gosh. I loved that show. I loved it. Past tense, loved it. So, here's the dealio. When I was 10 years old, my brother saved his internet pornography on our family computer under Fraggle Rock. Right? So I'm 10, I double-click expecting like sing-song Happy Muppets. Instead, I got the future of my hoo-ha getting stabbed by some man's really dull sword. Oh, it was traumatizing. It was like that time in your life when you're 5 years old and you wake up in the middle of the night with a nightmare and you run into your parents' room and you're like, Mommy, Daddy, I had a nightmare, and they're working. No, it didn't completely ruin pornography for me or anything. I just can't watch Fraggles fuck, which is unfortunate. You guys are cool. You guys are really awesome. Actually, you did a lot for my mood. On my way down here, I was ticked off when I first got into the building. I'm not gonna lie. I was driving down 12 Creek Parkway and I turned into the building. This dude totally cuts me off, right? And on the back of his car, he has this bumper sticker that says, "What would Jesus do?" So I threw my head out of the window and I let him know, he used his goddamn terminal! But I feel so much better now. Thank you so much for watching at home and being here. I'm Courtney K. Meyers at ckmcomedy.com.
One more time. Hold on here, Courtney. We're going to let you tell our online viewers a little bit about yourself before you get going. So, please tell our online viewers a little bit about yourself, how long you've been doing comedy, that kind of thing. Let them have it.
Okay. Yeah, I started doing stand-up comedy in Nashville, Tennessee in October of 2008. And then in July of 2009, I moved back to my hometown of Indianapolis to pursue stand-up comedy as a career because it doesn't pay shit. And now I have my website, ckmcomedy.com, and I run several comedy rooms around town. You can find a couple of them and a couple extras run by other comics at indiestandup.com. So I'm just going for it while I'm young and dumb enough to get away with it.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, new, young, and dumb.